the custom of the people. The people, if you are a born again, why are you classified?
Praise be to Yahuwah. Praise be to Yahuwah.
Shalom friends, greetings to you all in the mighty name of Yahusha Hamachiach, our soon coming King. If you're new here, I want to welcome you to my channel. On here I discuss Bible topics and also anything that the Most High drop in my spirit to help educate the body of Mashiach. Now, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a scholar, but I'm just a fellow servant of the Most High Elohyim. The word of Elohim tells us or encourages us to encourage one another with these words, right? And today I want to point out by using scriptures that December 25th isn't the birthday of Yahusha, and also Christmas was long celebrated before even Yahusha was born. I want you to bear in mind that I'll be reading from the Sefer. If you'd like to follow along, you can turn your Bibles to Luke chapter 1 verse 26, and I'll be reading to the 38th verse. I want you to bear in mind that in the Sefer it contains the original names. All right, some names that I'm gonna call might sound a bit different, but I want you can follow along with in the King James version. All right, so it says and in the 6th month the angel Gavriy'el was sent from Elohyim unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin exposed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Miryam. And the angel came near unto her and said, Hail you that are highly favored, Yah is with you. Blessed are you among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Miryam, for you have found favor with Elohim. And behold, you shall conceive in your womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahusha. He shall be great, and shall be called the son of Elyon. And YAHUAH Elohim shall give unto him the throne of his father David. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. Then said Miryam unto the angel, How shall this be, seeing I know not a man? And the angel answered and said unto her, The Ruach HaKodesh shall come upon you, and the power of Elyon shall overshadow you. Therefore also that holy thing which shall be born of you shall be called the Son of Elohim. And behold, your cousin Eliysheva, she shall also conceive a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month with her, who was called barren. For with Elohim nothing shall be impossible. And Miryam said, Behold, the handmaid of YAHUAH, be it unto me according to your word. And the angel departed from her. So right here, I'm seeing, based on, the 26th verse, it says, and in the 6th month. If we should go back to the Jewish calendar or the Hebrew calendar, the 6th month is the month of September. All right, and if we should count, if the angel Gabriel was sent to her in this month, the month of September, and if we should go over in the verse 36, it says, and behold, your cousin Eliysheva, means Elizabeth, she has also conceived a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month with her, who was called barren. So if this was a 6th month with her, this is basically saying that Elizabeth was 6 months pregnant, right? She was in her 2nd trimester of pregnancy when the angel Gavriy'el came to Mary to let her know that she will bear a son, right? If we should take the time out to count 9 months from the month of September, tell me what month would you get, all right? We have to remember that we're not under the Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar, that's what the Most High had started with. But because man changed up the order of Elohim. This is why we're under the Gregorian calendar, right? Many people believe as well that the month of January is the first month. It is not. It is plainly in the scriptures. Exodus tells us plainly the first month of the year, the beginning of months. But that's not my focus in this video. All right, I will leave that to another time. All right, so the angel came to Miryam in the 6th month, and the 6th month, Elizabeth was already 6 months pregnant, right? We're gonna take it away from the 39th verse now. All right, and Miryam arose in those days and went into the hill country with haste into the city of Yahudah, right, and entered into the house of Zachariah and saluted Eliysheva. And it came to pass that when Eliysheva heard the salutation of Miryam, the babe leaped in her womb, and Eliysheva was filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. And she spoke out with a loud voice, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And whence is this to me that the mother of my Adonai should come to me? For lo, as the voice of your salutation sounded in my ears, the babe leaped in my womb with joy, for joy. And blessed is she that believe, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from Yahuah." We're gonna stop there, and I want us all to go down to the 56th verse. It says, "And Miryam abode with her about 3 months, and returned to her own house. Now Eliysheva full time came that she should be delivered, and she brought forth a son. And her neighbors and her cousins heard how Yah had showed great mercy upon her, and they rejoiced with her." Now, Elizabeth's due date had arrived, right? The Bible plainly showed us here that Miryam, aka Mary, she stayed with her cousin for 3 months, right? Because the cousin was 6 months pregnant when Miryam went to see her. Now her time, arrived for her to give birth. And here in the 56th verse, it proved that Miryam stayed with Elizabeth, for 3 months, right? So she, who is in her first trimester, now departed back to her place of dwelling. All right. So I want us all to count from the time, Elizabeth was 6 months pregnant, right? This showed that Elizabeth gave birth. Let me go to that because I have the calendar here on my phone. All right, so if Elizabeth was 6 months pregnant in the month of September, so that shows that Yahushua, aka John the Baptist, was born somewhere around Keslev, which is November to December. That shows that Miryam, aka Mary, was 3 months pregnant within that time. Now if we should add 6 months from the month of December, which month do you get? Based on the original calendar, which is the Hebrew calendar, which month do you get? So why is Yahusha's birthday celebrated on the 25th of December? Why? We're all just drawn into tradition. We all were brought up and, seeing our parents and our grandparents celebrating Yahusha's birthday, the 25th of December, and we're just drawn into it. I was brought up into it. The Most High started to lead me at the age of 16. That's where I started receiving the right teachings, right? Many of us are drawn away with doctrines of lies, falsehood, and we believe that we are, pointing these celebrations to the Most High, right? If we should go to Jeremiah chapter 10, let me turn to that. This proved that this celebration was long being celebrated before even Yahusha was born. Jeremiah chapter 10. All right. It says, "Hear ye the word which Yahuwah spoke unto you, O house of Yashrael." Many of us believe that the word is for, the people in the world. The word is for us who decided to deny ourselves and to follow Mashiach, right? Whenever messages are sent, they're sent to us, the body of Mashiach, right? And we can plainly see here, "Hear ye the word which Yahuwah speaks unto you, O house of Yashrael." It didn't say to the world, to the house of Yashrael, to the called out assembly of Elohim, right? To the body of Mashiach. "Thus says Yahuwah, learn not the ways of the heathen." There's a separation there. If you're a person that is serving Elohim, you cannot be classified as a heathen. Yahuwah here sent this message through Jeremiah to speak to the house of Israel or Yashrael, right? "Learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven." People of the world, they are surprised at everything, right? They are astonished at everything. And Yahweh is saying, look, don't learn their ways. Don't be like them. Don't be astonished. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, right? "For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom," what is a custom? Tradition. Things that are repeated yearly, right? Or monthly, or whenever, whatever it is. "For the custom of the people are vain." What does that word vain mean? Vain means useless. The custom of the people are vain. What people? The people of the world. Heathen, right? "For one cuts a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe." Well, we're living in a time where, things are modern. Things are more modern. So not everybody go out there and cut it with an axe. Nowadays, you can go in the store, you can buy it. There's people who still go out with their saw, electric saw, and they cut it down and stuff. But now you can go and buy the Christmas tree, right? "For one cuts a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammer." That's what they used to do back then, because as I've mentioned, things now become more modern, things become more easier. So now they have, like, I don't know how it really looks, but from thinking, I guess it comes on like a little, foundation or something, like, to keep it stable. Anyways, so they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammer, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must need be borne. So that word borne means carried. Somebody have to carry it. And this shows that it was worshipped, right? Because if the Most High here is mentioned that it speak not, but speak not, they must need be borne. It is erected, or it's upright as a palm tree, but it speak not. This shows that people take it as a god, right? This is how deep this was coming from. They deck it with silver and gold, and it is going on. People's Christmas tree is so, I can't even find the word. They put the Christmas tree so high, right? It has become a idol. It has become an idol. And Elohim tells us in his commandment that we're not supposed to worship idols. People believe that you have to be, whatever, and bowing down and this and that to show that you're worship. But anything that you put so high in your life, other than Elohim, has become your idol. And the word tells us, Elohim forbade us not to be idol worshippers, right? So this points out that the Christmas tree was long in before Yahusha was even born, because even though he's from the beginning, Jeremiah and all these prophets were there before he was you know, before he had come to earth. Right? We're dealing with the Old Testament here. And to all the pastors who, you know, disregarded the Old Testament, you need to go back. Go back to the scriptures, because there's no way someone can open a book and start to read from the back part of the book. We have to start from the front of the book to see what is really in this book, right? And this is what pastors nowadays do with the Bible. They said the Old Testament was for the Israelites. I always say, who are the Israelites? Are the Israelites died out? Are they died out? Because if you read the scriptures, it places to your generations, generations, and your generations, generations. You know, so is it that Israel died out? The people of Elohyim is just vanished? We have to be careful. Right? So here in Jeremiah chapter 10, this has proven that the Christmas tree was long been in before even Yahusha was born. So when we are here celebrating 25th of December, saying that it's Yahusha's birthday, it's not. Yahusha was not born on December 25th. This is a vain celebration. Yahuwah plainly said it here. The custom of the people is vain. It's a tradition. I was brought up into it. But as time goes by, the Most High move me into truth. Show me what is truth. The thing that bothers me really is to see that people who claim to be servants of the Most High, whenever you try to show them, they don't want to hear it. The Bible said that. Yahusha said that, if you love me, keep my commandments. Nowhere in the Bible have we ever came upon where the birth of Yahusha is celebrated. Nowhere at all. So who invented this birthday celebration for the 25th of December, that Yahusha was born on this day and we all take part in it? Your celebration is vain. It's not pointing towards him. It made no sense. It is useless. Vain, useless. Yahuwah plainly stated, the custom of the people are vain. Right? So if you are someone who has decided to follow after Yahusha, why are you taking part in this vain celebration? Who is your celebration pointing to? Right? We have to open our eyes and read the word for ourselves. Many of us put our trust in pastors. The pastors nowadays, they are gone. Gone. If we should go down to the 21st verse, Yahweh plainly pointed out, the pastors are become brutish and have not sought Yahuwah. Pastors are not speaking the truth. Many of them stand in the pulpit and preaching all kind of lies. Right? Because they don't want to lose their members. Many of them know the truth. But it's for you who is an individual who claim to want to follow after Yahusha. It's your responsibility to read the word of Elohim for yourself and ask Elohim to teach you. Teach you. It is not good to follow the crowd. Not because your grandmother was brought up, you know, in this Christmas celebration, you're going to take part in it. It's time for you to come out of the lies. Learn Elohim's truth for yourself. Alright? Paul in the book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. This is what Paul stated. And many of us love to talk about Paul said, Paul said, Paul said. But we take out parts of the Bible to justify our behavior and leave out the ones that we are to be speaking about. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Paul says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Mashiach. So, if you're a child of Elohim, why are you taking part in this celebration? Why? 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 What's the use? What's the meaning behind your celebration? It's a time where you become so broke because you have to paint your house. You have to furnish it with new things, this, that, because it's Christmas. It's vain. The feast of the Most High is what's important. It's not the celebration of man-made tradition, because it's not pointing towards him. It's vain. It's vain. It's all vain. It's useless. And Yahusha was not born December 25th. That's the birth of Tammuz. Alright? I know that many will not agree because, you know, we're more about ourselves and not the Most High. But this is the plain truth. Your celebration is pointing towards Satan. It's not Yahusha. Nowhere in the Bible shows Yahusha's birthday being celebrated. And if this is our compass, if this is our book, why aren't we doing what is in the book? I have come to the end of this message. I pray that for those who are in this vain celebration, you will come out as soon as possible, because it is not pointing towards Yahuwah. May your day be blessed, and until then, look out for me in the next one. Shalom.